Hi everybody, welcome back to my page. Since all of this stuff is going on with yesterday's shootings in Charleston and just the recent police brutality going on towards African Americans in general, it's been like I think about it every single day, and the main thing that I think about is how do I go about explaining this type of stuff to my children. I have two girls, and I can't even begin to start on how to explain racism and just everything that's been going on as of lately, because it's going to go, of course, as they get older, it's going to go in their history books and topics to discuss in school and things like that. But before they even get there, I know that they're going to have questions, especially my 5-year-old. She's she's extremely analytical. Like, she dissects every little thing that you tell her. She absorbs information and she tries to break it down herself. And I want to try my best to explain to her right now what racism is, or at least get a jump start on explaining to her what racism is. But I also don't want to explain it to her to where she ends up being tainted, like, oh, okay, well, I can't talk to this type of person because they might not like me because of the color of my skin. No, that's not the case. Right now, my baby has a best friend in her school who is white, and I adore their friendship. I adore her mom, and I just want her to know that it's okay for her to be friends and even be cordial with people and speak to people, even something as little as speaking to people of other races, because that's not who she is, that's not who I am, that's not who my other baby will be. I'm not raising my children to be racist, because I'm not. It's a very tough subject to even begin to break down. Like, I want the advice to come from me and other people in my life, that I know are not, racist. I have family members, and I even have some friends that are racist, or that have like underlying racial issues and things of that nature. And I just don't want my kids to have to think that way, or to think that all white people are all whatever other race of people that may, have a problem with African Americans, that all of them are like that, because that's not the case. It's a very difficult subject that I know I'm going to have to start explaining. I'm also trying to decipher on whether right now, her being 5 years old, is that too young for her, or for me to even go about explaining that type of thing to her, or is the sooner the better, especially since things are going on right now. I don't even know where to begin, but it's definitely something that's been sitting heavy on my heart and in my mind. It's just like the first thing, every time I turn on the news, or every time I, look on social media or things like that, and I see that something else has happened to another African American. And it's just like, how do I explain this to my kids? How do I tell my kids about this? How do I explain this to them in a way for them to know that it's okay for them to still be, friends with people of other race? It's difficult. So if you have any thoughts or any comments, feel free to leave them below. Because this is not a hypothetical question. This is like a real question. How do I even begin to explain this to my children? Like, from people that have already done it, or people that are about to go through it the way that I'm about to go through it. What are some of the things that you are going to do to help explain this to your child?